It should be a good one tonight. And Ron, you know, somebody told me that there was a pizza here for us. You know,
there is. This is actually from my hometown in Elizabethton, Tennessee. This is Pizza Inn Pizza, home of the new New York extra large pizza that is now going to be on their buffet. I actually pulled out a slice, Ralph, when you weren't looking. And man, yeah, good looking pizza. And I don't think I'm supposed to talk with my mouth full. Well, that's really, really good pizza.
It is good pizza.
If you are in the Tri-Cities area, stop by, get some Pizza Inn pizza. Their buffet is amazing. The #1 stop in America for a pizza buffet. Next week, speaking of Carter County, I'm going to be up following those 2A Hampton Bulldogs as they play Happy Valley. But we want to thank Pizza Inn for bringing the pizza tonight and being one of our sponsors.
Well, as I swallow my last piece of pizza, which is very good, we're looking forward to this game tonight. As I said, might be a mismatch on paper, but anytime you play the game, it always could turn out a little bit different than we think. We'll be right back on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. So the teams are ready to go. We've had our national anthem. Looks like Pigeon Forge is going to be kicking off to Sevier County. If they can make a stop and get on the board, then that wing tee should become very effective. We'll see what happens. Folks, we've got the sun in our eyes, so it's a little hard to see the numbers till that sun goes down. We'll try to do the best that we can. Looks like the whistle is blown. We're ready for the kick, and there it is. Little squib kick. Good play by the Sevier County onside kick. Hayden Akers with a good recovery. That's going to give Sevier County excellent field position to start. It's going to put them at their own 39-yard line.
And you know, Ralph, he did exactly what you should do in that position. Right. And that is, don't pick it up and try to run with it. Right. Just fall on it.
Right, exactly. All right, so Sevier County is going to start out 1st and 10 from their own 39. Christian Hoffman, the junior quarterback, under center. They're going to be in a pistol formation. We're going to start out on the ground. And we've already got a penalty flag on the field.
You know, one of the things I think is going to be key tonight as well for Coach Loveday is he's been talking about his quarterback quite a bit. Are you at the point now to let him have a little bit more control of this offense?
Right. No, you make a really good point. I mean, that's anytime you have a quarterback that's in his first or second start or doesn't have a lot of experience, the question is, when do you take the reins off of him and let him go? Looks like we have a personal foul against Pigeon Forge, a blow to the head. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. So that's going to put the ball down at the Pigeon Forge 46-yard line, and it's going to give Sevier County excellent field position.
Looking forward to seeing Caleb Wolf tonight play, the 6'2", 240-pound defensive tackle, defensive end. Uses great hand techniques to shed blocks and just find the football. He's one of their leaders.
Going to run the ball again. Looks like the same play. It's going to be a nice pickup. Bryson Lane on the carry. He's the senior, 5'9", 176. Picks up a good chunk of yardage down to about the 42. That's going to bring up a second down and about 6 for Sevier County. Ron, this is what we were talking about. If Pigeon Forge can't make a stop and Sevier County puts a touchdown on the board,
yes,
you know, it's very difficult with that wing tee to be able to come back and tie the game.
Yeah, it's not built for...
No. All right, so we're in a shotgun now. They've come out of the pistol. Got 2 receivers to the right. Going to go the other way now. Nice hold. Good move. Mason Ellis on the carry. He's going to pick up good yardage, enough for a first down.
Last week,
put the ball down around the 33-yard line of Pigeon Forge.
Last week, Ralph, I believe he had 76 yards in carrying last week.
Pigeon Forge in it looks like a 3-4 defense. 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers. Now they're going to shift up their coverage. Little dink pass there. It's going to be looks like we have a pickup of maybe about a yard or 2. Let's call it 2. And it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 31.
They stay in. Pigeon Forge's defense, and they pretty much it's their base. Looks like a cover 2, Ralph.
They started in a cover 2, and then they're kind of shifted to a cover 3 right before the snap.
Malachi Lawson there, the free safety on the tackle.
Second down 8. Another shift on the defense there, back to a 3. Going to run it outside again. Nice run. Good hard run by Bryson Lane. Got some good blocks, got it down to about the 9-yard line. And that's going to be a 1st and goal for Sevier County.
It's a very good offensive line led by the Cabral boys. One's a junior, one's a sophomore. Frank Lanza, just a troop of good big boys out there. Oda Van Resenberg is another one who Coach Loveday just said he plays nasty, and you can see that on that initial drive.
Yeah, right now the Sevier County offensive line has pretty much got the size advantage on the defensive line of Pigeon Forge. 1st and goal from about the, not 1st and goal, 1st and 10 from about the 19. That's a nice little run there. Garrett Hawkins, senior running back and linebacker, gets it down to about the, looks like about the 13 maybe.
Ralph, Andy Mantorio right there just blew up Caleb Wolf, and I had just talked about him. If he has that kind of night with him, it's going to make it difficult on Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, it is. Going to go right up the middle. Good play by the Pigeon Forge defense that time. Excellent penetration by the defensive line of Pigeon Forge.
Your inside linebacker there, the senior Jeremiah Frederick, shot through that gap.
Yeah, Jeremiah Frederick made the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down, probably about 4 from the 15-yard line. So let's see if Sevier County can come up with something here.
Ralph, this wouldn't be a bad spot for a little swing pass out in the flat.
Right.
Something that creates a little bit of space.
Yeah, they're going to stem back to a cover 2 now. That's going to leave the middle open. He's going to go to the corner of the end zone, and he's going to be
wide open.
For a touchdown. So we have our first score of the game. Christian Hoffman with a nice fade pass in the corner of the end zone.
I believe that was the junior there, Tyson Franklin, on the reception.
It was Tyson Franklin.
But Ralph, as bad as my knees are and as slow as I am, I think I could have made that reception as much space as he had.
Yeah, he had a lot of space. The safety's got to get over there on that play. Extra point is up and good. With 8 minutes left in the first quarter, Sevier County draws blood first. It's the Smoky Bears 7, the Pigeon Forge Tigers nothing. We'll be right back on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market and Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
All right, we're back. Pigeon Forge with a nice kickoff return all the way down to the Sevier County 34-yard line.
Ralph, we had talked about him already. That was Aiden Littles on the return, and he's just shifty and hard to bring down.
No, that was a nice run by him. He used his blocks very well. Howard, the quarterback, wanted to throw a little ball in the flat there, Ron, but as you said, number 43, that stud linebacker for Sevier County, Garrett Hawkins, who also ran the ball a few times on offense, kind of covered that up in the flat, and the quarterback had to roll out.
He's got great closing speed, doesn't he, Ralph?
He does. He's got great awareness of where the ball is going to go. That's going to bring up about a 2nd and 15 for Pigeon Forge. He's just going to hand it up the middle this time. Pick up a few yards, maybe back to about the 36. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 12.
Damon Hughes on a slew of other
you mentioned
Bears on that tackle.
You can't afford to lose 5 yards on your first play.
Not with this type of offense. No. But, there for a minute, I still need to tip my hat to Coach Meadows there for coming out pass right there.
Yeah, definitely. All right, big play here for Pigeon Forge. And it's intercepted by number 43, the man we were talking about, Mr. Garrett Hawkins.
Ralph, he's adding to his resume tonight.
Well, if you're the quarterback, he's a young quarterback, I guess, but you got to see that guy standing there in the middle of the lane, the passing lane. But that's going to give Sevier County a first down from their own 35-yard line after the interception by Hawkins. And he's in the game as a running back. He doesn't get much rest, does he?
No. This Pigeon Forge team has got about 45 kids on it compared to about the 75 to 80 that Sevier County has. So that's a big difference.
It's a big difference. 3A and 5A is a tremendous difference. There's no question about that. It's like we got a timeout by Sevier County. There was a little bit of confusion about who was supposed to be in the game or not in the game. We'll just keep it right here for a minute. So, Ron, I guess if you're Pigeon Forge, this game could not have started worse.
No.
Except for the kickoff return, which gave them great field position, really nothing has gone right so far.
And, I said it a minute ago, I had the feeling that they were going to have to come out, Pigeon Forge, and pass because Sevier wouldn't expect it.
Right.
And they did that. That ball there by the sophomore Howard was just woefully underthrown.
Right. Well, a sophomore quarterback, it's tough. Quarterbacking is a lot more than running and throwing the ball. It's reading defenses and, knowing where your receivers are, but also knowing what kind of coverage you're seeing as well.
Well, you had the blitz there, but Aiden Howard, the junior, picked the blitz up well. He had time to set his feet.
Yes, he did. All right, so Sevier County has their personnel problems worked out. They will take over now, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line after the interception by Garrett Hawkins. 6 minutes remaining, first quarter, 7-0 Smoky Bears. Nice play. So that was good coverage by Pigeon Forge. They stemmed to a 2-down lineman defense, basically had 9 guys in coverage. There was nobody there to throw to, and Hoffman had to run it. And they closed well, and that's going to be a loss of 1. So that's going to be 2nd and 11. .5:35 and counting, first quarter. Pistol formation. Going to go right to the run. Looks like we're going to have a hold, though, on that play. That's definitely going to be a hold on Sevier County. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. That's going to make it 2nd down and 21 from their own 23.
Ralph, I believe that was a block in the back on Malachi Pete, and it was just uncalled for because it was past him already.
Well, that may have been the second penalty because the referee definitely indicated hold. But I guess it depends on how you look at it if you're the referee. Either way, it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And that's going to give Sevier County a rough second down and about 21, as I said. So let's see what they do to try to get this yardage back. You want to get as much of it as you can on this down to give you a manageable third down. Be a good place for a draw play, wouldn't it?
It would be. You know, Ralph, when you look at the two lines, you could just see a appreciable size difference between the two.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
nice play. Nice play. Jeremiah Frederick, the senior linebacker, with a good pass break up there, got good depth on his coverage, was able to knock the ball down. And that's going to bring up a third down and 21 now.
He's a good-sized kid. He elevated well right there.
Yes, he did. He's definitely a thumper. You can tell.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Third down and 21. What do you dial up here, Ralph?
I don't know. It depends on how risky you want to get. Probably run the draw here.
Got a man open.
Oh, nice catch. That was a big-time throw right there, Ron.
Yeah, Knox Primless on the reception right there. I had to hold my breath there if you were a Sevier County fan because I thought for a moment the ground was going to call the fumble, but the receiver, the referee signaled immediately that was a good reception.
Well, you got to give credit to the quarterback. He put that ball in exactly the right spot. So big play by Sevier County gives them a 1st and 10 from the Pigeon Forge 44. They'll go back to the ground. Right up the middle to Bryson Lane, a little trap play. That's going to pick up some significant yardage. Going to bring it down to about the 38-yard line. That should bring up a second down and, well, roughly about 5, I'm guessing. They'll go right to the ball. Go right back to the run. There's your boy, Garrett Hawkins. He's going to pick up a couple. That's going to bring up a third down.
You know, I thought Andy Montoya had him seal Frederick for a second, but he fought through that block and made that tackle.
Well, that's the number one goal of a linebacker. You got to play off blocks. If you can't play off blocks, you can't play a linebacker. All right, so that picked up a first down for Sevier County. So that's going to give them a 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Clabough's Campground first down. Oh, no.
Yeah, good play.
Boy, they had that sniffed out from the beginning.
They read that one pretty well. Mason Ellis on the reception.
Connor Catlett there just saw it early, diagnosed it, and made the play. One of the more difficult things a lot of times, Ralph, is in that position making that open field tackle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's exactly right. But that time, by the time the guy caught the ball, by the time Ellis caught the ball, they were on him. I'm surprised they didn't have another receiver out there. Usually when you're going to run that little bubble screen, you usually have a guy out there to fend off that block. All right, so looks like we got a timeout. Sideline warning against Sevier County.
I'm looking for their get-back guy, Ralph. Right. I know you know what a get-back guy is.
You got to have a get-back coach. That's right.
I don't see a get-back coach. You typically recognize him by his arms waving up in the air.
Oh. Oh, that's a nice little play. Oh, nice play there. Good play.
Called his name a minute ago. Connor Catlett back on that tackle.
Yes, he was. He doesn't make that tackle, and we're talking about some significant yardage on that play.
Yeah, the line had that sealed up well. They really did.
Yeah, they did. Well, anytime you run a little misdirection. All right, so that's going to bring up a third and about 13, it looks like. From the 36, let's call it the 37-yard line. Going to go to the corner again and just let it, So that's going to bring up 4th down, incomplete pass. Looks like either a route misrun route or a misread by the quarterback, but either way, it's going to bring up a 4th down. And I would imagine Sevier County is going to go for it, being where they are on the field.
Getting a stop right here is essential.
Yes, it is.
I know it's early. I know it's 7-0, but it's essential for Pigeon Forge. They get off the field right here.
They had him pinned back down there, and they let that long pass go, Pigeon Forge, so they've got to make a stop here. They're going to go to that same route before. Oh. Out of bounds. So that's going to bring up a 4th down. Or excuse me, that was 4th down. That's going to turn the ball over to Pigeon Forge. They'll take over on their own 37-yard line for a 1st and 10.
The Bears coach there looking for a flag on that, but that ball wasn't catchable, and that wasn't that big of a hit.
No. And you got to give the defensive back the opportunity. He thinks the ball's going to be in the receiver's hands. Yep. He's going to hit him and try to dislodge it. All right, so let's see what Pigeon Forge can do here as they start from their own 37. Going to run it right up the middle. Kick it outside, make the play. Good little misdirection play there by Pigeon Forge. Picks up significant chunky yardage.
The quarterback Howard right there carried out that fake very well, because my eyes went there as well.
Well, see, that's the beauty of the wing tee. And you're not used to playing it if a defense. You have to read your keys. Very important as a linebacker. You've got to read keys.
You know, when I spoke to Loveday this week, he said he ran a lot of drills with no balls just so the players would know their assignments.
Exactly. You cannot look at the ball. You got to read keys. Nice run there for a 1st down. So Pigeon Forge picking up a little momentum here. Looks like Aiden Howard on the carry. It's going to be a 1st and 10 into Sevier County territory at the 49-yard line.
That's a Clabough's Campground.
First quarter, Sevier County still holding on to a 7-0 lead. Nice play by Hawkins there, fighting off a block to make the play. Pickup of about 3. Let's call it 3 there. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. We'll call it 7 from the 45-yard line of Sevier County.
Good spin move. Yeah. Good spin move right there to make a little out of nothing.
Yeah, but that was great read by the Sevier County defense. That was playing your keys right there. Good job by them. It was 3rd down now, gain of about a yard, we'll call it. Let's call it 3rd and about 4, maybe a long 4 from the 43-yard line.
We called Ben Jorge's name already tonight. His brother, who's a freshman, is on the offensive line, and he's bigger than his brother is.
So we're going to keep it right here. We got a timeout by Pigeon Forge. We've got 26 seconds left in the quarter, so we'll just keep it right here. It's going to be a 3rd down from the 43-yard line of Sevier County. 3rd and about 4. And Ron, this has been a fairly good drive for Pigeon Forge. They've moved the football. They've had some success with their wing tee. I would think, though, they need to get this 1st down and try to put some kind of score on the board.
Yeah, and no negative plays, Ralph, or no penalties. You got to play. That's one thing they were able to do last week against Union County. 0 penalties.
Anytime you can play without any penalties, you've got a really good chance to win the football game. right, so we got a 3rd and 4, 43-yard line at Sevier County. Nice play. Good attacking defense there by Sevier County.
Didn't make the tackle, Ralph, but Mason Ellis shot that gap real well and blew it up.
Well, and you got to give Hawkins credit too. He fought off his blocker and forced the runner further outside and let his pursuit get to it. That's going to end the first quarter. So at the end of 1, it's Sevier County 7, Pigeon Forge nothing, and we'll be right back on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
All right, so Pigeon Forge punts it down the field. Ball's going to settle in about the 15-yard line. And Sevier County will take over there as we get the second quarter underway.
Ralph, just a real quick score update. Big game of interest tonight. Maryville's beating Alcoa 7-0.
7-0. First quarter?
First quarter. Elizabethton's also trailing Daniel Boone in the first quarter as well.
All right, let's see what Sevier County can do here. They need a big drive, kind of move down the field, get a 14-point lead if they can. That'll put Pigeon Forge against the 8 ball with that run-oriented offense. But let's see what Sevier County's got going. They're going to run it again, a little outside veer offensive run. Number 13, Bryson Lane. Good pursuit by the Pigeon Forge defense as they stop him for a loss of yardage. And that's going to bring up a second down and about, we'll call it 12. Well, let's call it 13. Second and 13 from the 12. Good pursuit by Pigeon Forge again. You know, Ron, I've always wondered, I know your offense is your offense, and before I say that, it's going to be third down and about, actually they lost another yard. It's going to be third down now and about 14. But I guess my question is, you can tell that Sevier County outsizes Pigeon Forge.
Yes.
Why are you running wide? Run the ball right at him.
Yeah.
I mean, they tried that a couple times. Size is going to take over if you do that. Otherwise, you give Pigeon Forge a chance to pursue.
And the other thing with all this is, and I've not seen it tonight, is as athletic as the line is, I've not seen any guards pull yet.
No. Nice play. So they tried to go over the middle, tried to hit Jude Costner, a sophomore. Good protection for the quarterback, Hoffman, but also good coverage by Pigeon Forge. That's going to bring up fourth down and about 15, and Sevier County will be forced to punt.
Justin Statham there on the breakup, Ralph, and he broke well.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. I mean, if you're a safety, you got to break on that ball quickly. Joe Grubb back to kick for Sevier County. He's going to be kicking out of his own end zone, and that's always dangerous because any bad snap or any mishandle of the football, and you've got trouble. But it's clean, a nice little punt. It's going to kick it down to about
Aiden
the 40.
Little is dangerous here.
He's going to receive. Nobody's there. He's got a big hole, and they're going to get him down at about the 15. So that was interesting. You know the old saying, he outkicked his coverage on that one.
Yeah.
But
Ralph,
we have a penalty down.
Oh, I was getting ready to say, we've called his name a bunch, but Garrett Hawkins just saved a touchdown right there.
but we've probably got a hold. Anytime you see a flag like that on a punt return, it's either a hold or a block in the back.
I'll be interested to see if Sevier County decides to kick the direction of Aiden Little anymore tonight.
Right. Well, that's going to be a definite big penalty. That's going to move the ball all the way back, looks like to about the 40. So that was about a 25-yard penalty when you take into account where the foul occurred as opposed to where the ball ended up on the play. So Pigeon Forge loses a bunch of yardage there, but they will take over in good field position at the Sevier County 40. That's a nice hard run right there. Aiden Little's the senior running back and strong safety, 5'11", 190, good size. Nice hard run, put his shoulders down at the end there and picked up an extra 2 yards.
That speed's a little deceptive, isn't it? He's one of those backs, once he gets momentum going, and he's not afraid to take on a defensive end or to get those extra yards.
Right. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. He's going to run a quarterback keeper right up the middle. Big play. Can he get in the end zone? He gets close. So a nice play by Pigeon Forge gets him down to about the 12-yard line. Excellent play by Wyatt Howard on the fake and the keeper. We got a stoppage of play here by the referees. Looks like we've got a substitution, I guess.
Yeah, Bryson.
So Pigeon Forge, yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Bryson Hedrick came in as the extra defensive back right there.
That didn't go anywhere.
Nope.
So that's going to be a loss of about 4. Let's call it 3. It's going to be 2nd down from about the 14. And you talked about this in the open. You can't have negative plays.
No, you can't.
Not when you get the ball down to the 12-yard line.
And you know, Coach Loveday told me the reason that this linebacker core is so good, and they are good, is because you got some good plugs. And one of those plugs is Houston Parton, who we just saw shoot through and make that tackle.
Right. There's a nice little hand up the middle. It's going to go to Aiden Howard, number 14. He's going to pick up most of the yardage they lost, but it's still going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down from the 9. So we're going to call it 3rd down and about 7.
Any chance you think Coach Meadows puts this ball up in the air?
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, see, I don't like that call.
No, I don't either.
Anyway, that's going to bring up 4th down. Let's see what Pigeon Forge chooses to do. They're going to lose a bunch of yards on that play.
And that's a discipline you have to have with the wing tee.
Yeah,
to stay home and stretch that play all the way out to the sideline.
Right. All right, they're going to go for it. And they're not going to pick it up.
Ralph, just to reflect on what you just said a minute ago, I really did not like that 3rd down call. I mean, if you were going to pass, 3rd down was the place to do it.
I agree. And if you're going to run the play, run a little trap up the middle. So Sevier County is going to take over at the 10 with a 1st down. About 7:19 left first half. Timeout by Sevier County as they had a player late getting into the game. That's going to be their second timeout. That'll leave them with 1 for the last 7:19. Well, so far, Ron, I mean, it's surprising. This game has been pretty tight. I mean, aside from that first drive by Sevier County, they really have not been able to get anything going.
And for Coach Meadows, when you get a drive like that, you've got to finish it.
You got to. I mean, you can't afford missed opportunities against a team like Sevier County. I mean, it's obvious. You've got to score when you get it down that close.
And, I appreciate the wing tee for its misdirection, but we talked about it pregame. Howard's going to have to put the football up some.
Yeah, he's got to. I mean, he's got to. And something too, Sevier County is going to have to throw it a little more as the season progresses as well.
Yes, they are.
Because they're going to face some teams that are going to shut down their run.
They got one coming up next week in Knox West.
That's right. All right, so we're ready now. Everybody in the game who's supposed to be in the game. It's first down. We put number 2 in the backfield, a little bit of a wildcat formation as Mason Ellis takes the direct snap and runs it all the way out to about the 28, and that's going to be a first down for Sevier County.
That's a Clabough's Campground first down.
Clabough's Campground, 1st and 10. Yes, it is. We do want to thank all of our sponsors. Of course, Clabough's Campground. We want to thank Buddy's Barbecue. Nice play again by number 50. Beautiful play.
We've called his name. That's Jeremiah Frederick several times already.
Yeah, he's had a good night. Nice stop there on Bryson Lane. It's going to bring up a second down and about 8.
Boy, Ralph, look at Jeremiah Frederick, number 50 right there.
Yep.
His torso's twice the size of his legs. It's no wonder he can bring the boom.
Exactly. That's a nice route
That was a great route.
Yeah, excellent route. Malachi Pate on the reception. Beautiful route, beautiful throw. Hurry up offense, up tempo. Going to go with a little bubble screen. Not going to pick up much though, as they tried to get it out to Malachi Pate again. He had a blocker in front. He had Hayden Akers blocking for him, but good read and good pursuit by the Pigeon Forge defense.
Carson Blaylock on that tackle right there just read that well and broke down and got low.
Right, and he lost a couple yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 12. Clock running, 5:25 left, first half. This time they're going to give it to Hawkins. He's got a big hole. Great run by Hawkins. Stepped out of bounds at about the 39. But nevertheless, it's going to be a first down.
When the first person who has contact with him is your free safety, it's never a good thing.
No, it's not, no. I'm going to give it right back to Hawkins again. He's going to make a nice cut. He's going to pick up another first down.
Ralph, you can see why there's just so many schools so high up on him.
Oh, yeah, there's no question. I mean, he's just a good high school football player, and he'll be a good college football player as well. So another first down. Sevier County moving the ball now. 4:55 left. 1st and 10 from the Pigeon Forge 28. Going to hand it off. Nice play up the middle. Good run. Bryson Lane. And Ron, the Pigeon Forge defense is getting a little tired now. And I think a lot of those guys are playing both ways, and it's awfully hard.
Well, that was a shoestring tackle right there by Coben Brighton. He just reached up and saw Bryson Lane running by him and got his hand up.
Right.
You know, Ralph, you might be thinking pass here, but it's still Pigeon Forge stops the run.
Right.
Why do anything different?
Right. No, you don't do anything different. Bryson Lane again on the carry. He's going to take it all the way down to about the 8. And Sevier County starting to assert their dominance on the ground right now as they have a 1st and goal from the 8.
Houston Parton just came in, which tell me they're going jumbo here, Ralph.
And Hawkins back in the game too.
This is your power running game.
Yep. Yeah, it's a power I formation right there. And you got the tight end on the left, so yeah, they're just going to go right behind those blockers. And they're going to get down to the 4.
Otto Van Resenberg right there. Great job on the seal that opened that up. So he got probably an additional 3 yards off of that because of that block. This almost feels, Ralph, like a death of 1,000 cuts right here.
Yes, it does. Well, you know, I think Pigeon Forge knows what's coming. They just can't seem to stop it. You know, hands on their hips. Anytime you see a defense with their hands on their hips, that's a dead giveaway right there that they're kind of getting beat. Same formation. Let's see if they go to the same play. And they do. Right back to the same play. And this time it's stopped.
Sniffed out.
Nice play by Pigeon Forge there. Good pursuit, good fill. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal. So this would be huge if Pigeon Forge can stop Sevier County here.
Carson Blaylock there on the stop. Does what a linebacker's supposed to do. Shoot the gap in that particular situation. Get low, make your tackle.
All right, so we got a 3rd and 4. Let's see if they go to something different here. Clock running, 2:40 left. Huge situation here. If Sevier County can put up another touchdown going into halftime, it would be big. See if they go play action here. If they just give it right to Hawkins, they're going to go play action.
It, Ralph.
Right across the number 21, and he stopped down at the 2. Nice play there by number 7. I believe his number's not on our roster, but I think you know who he is.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Yeah, Connor Catlett.
Connor Catlett. Nice play. Beautiful play. He read that play action pass perfectly well. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So again here, key moment in the game, Ron. If Pigeon Forge stops him here, it's huge. If Sevier County puts the ball in the end zone, it's also huge. So this is a key moment in the game. Let's see what both teams get done. We've got a Wildcat formation, and they're just going to run it, and he's going to score. So Sevier County goes to the Wildcat. Mason Ellis with the score, and that puts them up 13-0 with 1:45 left, first half.
And we want to thank our sponsor, Sevier County Electric Systems, there for that touchdown. Sevier Power Electric Systems, the power to our community.
Sevier County now will line up for the extra point. Joe Grubb, the kicker. He's going to fake. Oh, they're going to go for 2, and it's going to be picked off. All right.
I don't know why.
So you wondered there, Ron, why would you do that? Unless it was just a bad snap, but it didn't look that way. It looked like it was a planned play. But nevertheless, Sevier County now with a 13-point lead. And let's see if that comes back to bite them later in the game.
Ralph, I typically don't do this, but I want to reflect just a minute on that earlier 3rd down pass that we saw.
Right.
Christian Hoffman has got to release that ball a little bit. As the end comes out of his break, that's when that ball's got to be thrown.
Right. Well, and again, Ron, I don't know what the call is or what their particular strategy is, but I would think your tight end's got to release running towards the end zone and not laterally. You know what I mean?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you run that play 2 yards deeper than what it's run, and it's a touchdown.
Right, exactly.
But this is part of the maturation process for Christian Hoffman.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what Coach Loveday is looking for him or out of him in these situations.
Right, exactly. All right, so we got 1:45 left. Sevier County will kick it to Pigeon Forge. Let's see if Pigeon Forge can muster up something here in the last 1:45 and try to close this gap. Taylor Madison Kicking it off for Sevier County. He's going to kick a nice one, very deep. That's going to go into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. So a nice kick by Sevier County. Pigeon Forge will take over on their 20-yard line, and we'll see what they can get done.
This is one of the other drawbacks of the wing tee. Moving the ball quickly in that 2-minute drill.
Right, exactly. And that, you know, I understand why teams run the wing tee. I mean, it depends on your personnel, depends on what your strengths are, but it's a tough offense to have a lot of success with unless you've got a tremendous offensive line and that you can keep control of the football. So they're just going to run that one right off tackle. Blake Hill on the carry for Pigeon Forge, going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. And another thing you don't want to do here if you're Pigeon Forge is you definitely don't want to give Sevier County the ball back. Sevier County only has 1 timeout. I would imagine if they make a stop here, Ron, they'll use that timeout. They'll go right up the middle. Pickup of a few. That's going to bring down. Yeah, they're going to.
There's your timeout.
I would call a timeout, and they did. Yep. No. Pigeon Forge called the timeout. That's surprising. So basically, you just helped Sevier County there because now you have a 3rd down and about 3. And I understand that it's an important call because 3 yards could mean the difference between going to halftime and giving Sevier County the ball back. I would guess that if Sevier County makes a stop here on, they'll call a timeout and force Pigeon Forge to punt the football.
My question right here, though, Ralph, is if you're Pigeon Forge right there, why don't you just go hurry up and get up to the line?
Right. Well, and again, you know, we don't know how, you know, we don't know the entire situation, but again,
it's easy for you and I up here in the tower making these calls.
Yeah, we're standing up here not having to play the football game, right? What do they call us? Armchair quarterbacks?
Yeah.
All right, but either way, Coach Meadows is going to make sure his team understands exactly what they've got to do here. It's going to be a 3rd down. We've got about 3 yards to go for a 1st down. We're looking at about 1:05 left in the first half.
Howard on the keeper, and it went nowhere.
And timeout Sevier County, just like I said. So now you got a 4th down and 3, and you still got about 57 seconds left.
Ralph, I think that was the option read there.
Right.
But it was read very well.
It was.
By Sevier County.
So now let's play armchair quarterback a little more here, Ron. We got a 4th down and 3. We got 57 seconds left. If I'm Sevier County, maybe I think about rushing 11 guys trying to block the punt. Even if you get a penalty, it only gives them what, 15 yards, say? Puts it at about the 40. They haven't shown that they can really move the ball 60 yards in 50 seconds. So I'd send all 11 guys. Let's see if they can block the punt. Yeah, they go back to their defense because and it doesn't look like they're going to try to block it. They're just going to play safe. Punt safe is what it's called, just in case Pigeon Forge tries anything. And that's a pretty nice kick there. Fielded by Sevier County at their own 35, and he's going to be dropped at about the 38.
Bryson Hendrick there, the freshman, 2-sport star. Explosive.
Yeah,
just not much space there to go.
No. So we're about 47 seconds away from halftime. Sevier County will take over at their 39-yard line.
So, Ralph, do you give Christian Hoffman the keys to the car here and tell him to go?
Oh, no question. I mean, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to get to the halftime, you run the ball here. If you want to try to put another score on the board, you throw it a good ways down the field. You got the clock stops on a 1st down, and then you can make a shot at the end zone.
You have space here in the middle of the field, as you well know, Ralph.
Exactly. And they're just going to hand it off, and they're going to get a big run.
Bryson Lane on a good carry. You probably saw my shoulders drop right there, Ralph, at that handoff. I was expecting something different. But once again, that's why I'm up here with bad knees.
That's right.
not in Coach Loveday's spot.
That's right. So we got a substitution penalty against Pigeon Forge.
It was enough for a first down.
It was, and they're going to pick up some
Campground
extra
first down.
yardage.
Yep.
Clabough's Campground, 1st and 10. Sevier County Electric, another one of our fine sponsors. Pizza Hut. No, Pizza Inn. All right, excuse me, I'm sorry there. Pizza Inn. And of course, Buddy's Barbecue, that provides our meals for us every night we're out here. Nice pass.
Nice pass.
Yes. Clock is running, though. Now they're going to first down timeout. Nice pass. Excellent pass.
Mason Ellis there on the reception. Did well to keep his feet in right there.
Yes, he did. You got to clock the ball here. And they do. So that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Great body control, Ralph, there by Mason Ellis as well.
Tremendous. But I'll tell you something, Ron. You know, this is the first time I've seen Christian Hoffman play, and I'll tell you, this he's got a good arm, and he's got some real accuracy on his throws.
And you know, much like the quarterback, Lunsford out of Alcoa,
and he's
had to wait in the wings, Christian Hoffman has too.
And he's got good size too.
Yes.
And another season of weights, and he should be a pretty good quarterback next year. A lot better next year than he is this year, and he's pretty good this year. All right, 15 seconds left. They're going to have to go deep to the end zone, and they do. Nice pass.
That's a great pass.
Wow, that was fortunate for Sevier County as he gets knocked out of bounds. And remember, that clock is going to 8 seconds, right. Actually, he was out of bounds, so the clock will not start. It was a first down, but since he was called out of bounds, it will not start until the snap.
Could Christian Hoffman have thrown that ball any better?
No, he could not have. It was a great throw. And he did not. Did he get in? No, he did not. And that's going to end the half. They don't have a timeout. All right, so a missed opportunity there by Sevier County, but a big bullet dodged by Pigeon Forge. We've had a heck of a first half, lots of back and forth, but when the dust is settled, we're at halftime here at Pigeon Forge. The score at halftime, the Sevier County Smoky Bears 13, the Pigeon Forge Tigers nothing. We'll be back after this break for our sponsors.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market & Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
And that 7 came from an offensive.
All right, let's see. This time West is giving Greenville fits tonight. 14 all. Alcoa is just came to 7.
All right.
Don't miss your high school sports game of the week when the 3-0 Sevier County Smoky Bears take on the cross-county rival Pigeon Forge Tigers. Live on your high school sports Facebook. Brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Christian Hoffman, is he running up RPO? No. That would have been a great place for RPO right there.
Would have been. He could throw the ball too.
Yeah. He doesn't go 30 or tight end very much, I believe.
What's that?
He goes 30 or tight end very much.
We do it once or twice a game. We always get a big gain out of it. We never throw to him again.
What was your tight end? What game was it that he Hoffman threw down the middle of the field and pretty much sealed it? That was to your tight end.
That was to 21 to Costa.
Yeah. What game was that? I saw the film on that. Big time call right there. Was that
Jefferson County? It was in Jefferson County, I think, or Carter there.
Set up.
You ever had brisket? You ready to go?
Yes.
You want me to be with him when he does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can lead into. You got to shoot.
Okay, welcome back to Pigeon Forge High School. We're at halftime. The Smoky Bears of Sevier County leading the Tigers of Pigeon Forge 13-0. And Ron, let's take a look at the stats from the first half.
Yeah, you had those. You had the 2 touchdowns. One was a 12-yard reception to Taylor Franklin there, off the arm of Christian Hoffman, and then Bryson had a 3-yard rushing to give us a score. Sevier County had an excellent opportunity there at the end off some big runs from Garrett Hawkins. They just couldn't finish that drive. You know, you and I were just talking a minute offline of that call. Was it the right call? And you would have liked to see maybe Sevier County get into some open space and look for a receiver in the end zone.
Yeah, you know, that would have been my, again, we talked about this. We're looking at it in hindsight, right? It's always 2020. But, you know, they had some success running the ball up the middle, but in that situation, you got to figure Pigeon Forge is going to try to cram the middle up because that's where the success had been. So maybe a little bit of misdirection, maybe stretching it out a little bit might have been, or even kicking a field goal and putting you up 16-0 might have been a good move as well. But I think Sevier County, you know, I think the coaches know that they've kind of got this game under control, okay?
Yeah.
Pigeon Forge has not really shown anything that would lead you to believe that they're going to score 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So maybe that has something to do with it as well.
Of course, Bryson Lane scores right there, and Coach Loveday looks like a genius. What a smart play that was.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But yeah, Sevier County, very balanced tonight. Haven't they been, Ron?
Yeah, actually, they're on the Christian Hoffman has 140 yards passing,
wow,
and we've had 100 yards rushing. I'm sorry, flip those two numbers.
Okay.
We've had 140 yards rushing and 100 yards passing. That's pretty good.
That's good balance
right there.
Yeah.
Two long runs there to end the half by Garrett Hawkins, so it pads all that. But between him and Mason Ellis, most of the yards have come from there. As far as Pigeon Forge goes, been kind of tough sledding.
Yes, it has.
We've seen one completion for 3 yards and around 40 yards of rushing. They had the one drive down there that bogged down around probably the 15.
Right.
Boy, they scored there. This game looks completely different.
Boy, it sure does. And again, I kind of had the feeling going in that maybe this would be a little bit of a mismatch. I really can't say it was. I mean, Sevier County is obviously the better team, but again, looking at it in hindsight, maybe Coach Loveday saying, hey, look, let's try some things tonight. Let's see if certain things work against certain defenses. We kind of know we might have this game where we want it to be. Let's see if we can get ready for our game with West. So that could be the strategy. They're trying some things. Some of them are working, some of them aren't. But unless Pigeon Forge is able to muster some kind of comeback here, I just don't see them having a chance.
No, if you are Sevierville, I'm sorry, I keep doing that. If you are Sevier County, I guess too, Ralph, wouldn't you want to sort of take the air out of the ball? And I know Christian Hoffman's had a good night. He really has. The ball has looked good, particularly that last reception all the way down there to Mason Ellis, which is just a beautiful pass. But run the clock.
Oh, yeah.
And get out of here.
Yeah, and they're going to get the ball, Pigeon Forge is going to get the ball to start the second half. So you stop them, you get the ball back, you run the ball, you eat the clock, you get home, you get ready for your next big game. So yeah, pretty much dominance. The score doesn't tell you that, but pretty much dominance by Sevier County, 13-0 as we get ready to start the second half. I want to thank some of our sponsors. We want to thank Sevier County Electric, obviously providing power for the entire county, or for most of it as well. Very good company, been around for years, and they do an excellent job. We want to thank our friends at Pizza Inn from Elizabethton. Guys, that was really good pizza, and we appreciate you sending it over to us.
It's gone.
Yeah, I was going to get another piece, but these guys ate it all, so obviously it's a very good pizza. We also want to thank Clabough's Campground. They've been a sponsor with us for many, many years. We want to thank them. 405 Wares Valley Road in Pigeon Forge. I mentioned Sevier County Electric System already. Carl Hatcher Furniture, established in 1971. When you think of furniture in Sevier County, you think of Carl Hatcher. We also want to thank Buddy's Barbecue. Hey, I can't say enough about Buddy's Barbecue. They've been providing us dinner now for years. If you want a good quality dinner, go to Buddy's Barbecue. You'll get it there for sure. So we also want to thank the Allowine Pottery, the Allowine Pottery Channel, Robert Allowine, Channel 196 up in Glade Road in Gatlinburg. We also want to thank the Riverstone Resort and Spa, one of our fine sponsors as well. And of course, Old Mill, the Old Mill Flavorful Fall, the Old Mill Flavorful Fall. I guess I need my glasses here, but lots of fine sponsors here on the High School Game of the Week with your high school sports. And we're going to take a really quick break, and we'll get ready to start the second half.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market & Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wares Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
Okay, we're back. We just missed a nice 55-yard run back of the opening kick by Pigeon Forge. That's going to put them at about the 45-yard line at Sevier County as we start the second half. They'll go right back to the ground game, and they're going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards.
Ralph, I just want to give a few scores
sure, go ahead.
from the area.
Definitely.
Dobbins-Bennett's beating David Crockett 28-0. Granger is behind Chucky Doak right now 28-16. Hampton's up on Cloudland 10-0. Unicoi 6, Happy Valley nothing. Halls is Jeff County are tied. Surprisingly, Greenville and Morristown West are tied at 14, and we'll do some more of these in just a moment. Last time I saw the big game in this area, Alcoa and Maryville. Alcoa was up by a touchdown.
They are at halftime, 14-7. Pigeon Forge goes back to the ground, picks up maybe about 2 or 3. That's going to bring up about a third down, and let's call it 3. 3rd and 3 from the 39-yard line. And Ron, you have to think right here that Pigeon Forge has got to get some points on the board here.
If they want to stay in this game. If not, and you and I talked about this at the half, Sevierville will just come in and they'll just bleed the clock.
Right. And they hand it right up the middle. Little misdirection, fumble on the play, and the ball is going to be recovered by Sevier County. So exactly what we thought couldn't happen, happened.
Yep.
And they had the first down, too, and fumbled the football. So Sevier County's going to take over on the turnover at their own 33-yard line with a chance now to really take the air out of it and put this game away. Hoffman back in the game. He's got his complement of running backs. He's got Ellis in there.
Any chance you think they go for the jugular right here?
Probably not. I mean, they might, but they are. Maybe they are. They're going to go the deep route. Oh, that could have been a little bit dangerous right there.
And Ralph, the bad thing was you had Hayden Akers open. Just a sorely underthrown ball.
Well, you know, again, a young quarterback, it's tough to go to your left if you're a right-handed quarterback.
Yep.
And then you got to square those hips and get that ball down the field. It could have been an interception. It was underthrown a little bit. So that's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Clock's going to stop with 10:40 remaining. We just started our second half. I would expect a running play here, and that's what we're going to get. Right up the middle, Pigeon Forge stuffs it very well. Looking like Bryson Lane on the carry from what I could tell from up here. And now we're going to face about a third, and we'll call it 8 from the 35-yard line.
You have to tip your hat a little bit to Pigeon Forge's defense.
Oh, yeah.
They have played about as well as you could expect to keep this game 2 touchdowns.
They have. They've played tremendous football. I mean, you know, it's you can't blame their defense at all. He's going to go to his left again, square those hips, make a better throw, and it's just over the hands of the receiver. The intended receiver on the play looked like number 3. Malachi Pate. And that was a much better throw as he's got his hips squared just a little bit high.
And Ralph, you said something a minute ago that was so spot on, because when you look at film of Christian Hoffman, when he runs to his right or rolls to his right, he looks like a different quarterback.
Yeah, no question. And that comes with experience and working on the craft. So 4th down, Pigeon Forge comes up with a big stop after the turnover. That'll force a punt by Sevier County, and they'll send Joe Grubb back to punt it again.
Aiden Littles is deep right here. Remember what happened last time they punted to him?
Yes, I do. Another good punt. Great punt by Grubb. He's going to field it at the 32.
Much better coverage
right there.
Right there.
Great play by Bryson Hedrick for Sevier County.
We've called his name several times tonight.
Yes, we have.
You know, Ralph, there's a fine line between being Harry the hero and what he just did right there.
Yes, yes.
Because if he misses that,
yeah,
whew, it may be a different outcome.
Yep. So Pigeon Forge will take over on their own 32 with another opportunity to see if they can make this a one-score game. Yeah. Incomplete pass. Pigeon Forge just struggles throwing the football. I know they're a running football team, but they just can't seem to get the ball down the field.
And Ralph, that Howard was rushed there, and he didn't need to be rushed there.
No, exactly, right. All right, there's a nice run. They're going to pick up about 8 on that play. It's going to get the ball out to about the 38. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 3.
Aiden Howard there on the run between the tackles. Good heads-up run right there.
Third down. Let's call it 4, actually. Let's closer to 4. And he's going to get the first down there. Nice play. Good run by the quarterback. Wyatt Howard on a nice quarterback keeper there is going to move the chains, and that's going to pick up a first down at the Pigeon Forge 44-yard line as the clock continues to move with 8:47 remaining third quarter. We have a stoppage of play in the middle of the play. Let's see what the call is there. Illegal procedure against Pigeon Forge.
Coach Meadows has got to be pulling his hair out. He doesn't have a lot.
No, I know.
But
no, I know.
He had room there. Your tailback had room. Well-designed play.
So that'll make it 1st and 15. Fumble. Another turnover by Pigeon Forge. So Pigeon Forge turns it over again. That's their 3rd turnover of the night. The interception in the first half, 2 fumbles here in the 3rd quarter, and Sevier County will take over at the 47.
And that's one thing when you watch film on Sevier County, they just don't tackle. They look to punch the ball out.
Right.
I don't know if Eli Tackett had that punch out right there, but he was in on that tackle and wrapped around. I think it was his arm that forced that turnover.
Garrett Hawkins on the carry. He's going to pick up big yardage.
How about this crowd here tonight for Pigeon Forge?
Yeah,
and for Sevier.
Sevier
County
tremendous
too.
crowd for both sides. Good support. So Sevier County picks up another Clabough Campground 1st and 10. They're going to get the ball at the 35-yard line of Pigeon Forge. You got to figure on if they can put the ball in the end zone here, it's pretty much the nail in the coffin. 1st and 10. Going to go right back up the middle. Going to bounce it to the outside. 13 on the carry. Bryson Lane. He's going to lose about 2 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
Zach Bright there with your tackle, but defensive line should be credited as a whole because they created the pressure. I think that was a veer run right there, but the hole just completely closed.
It did. Well, Gatlinburg-Pittman is playing a lot of hybrid-type defense. They put 2 guys in the gaps, A-gaps. And there they go again. 2 guys in the A-gaps, linebackers pressing the outside. So it's definitely a hybrid-style defense. They're going to go right back to number 13, Bryson Lane. He's going to get back to maybe the original line of scrimmage, maybe another yard. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 9 now for Sevier County. 6:50 remaining, 3rd quarter. 4 down territory for Sevier County here. So they got 2 plays to pick up, we'll call it 8.5 yards.
Mason Ellis here at quarterback. Probably going to see, we talked about this at the half, that RPO option,
right,
where he's going to come in and he's going to move to his right or to his left and he's going to look for a receiver or tuck it and keep it.
He's going to keep it.
That's a keep it.
Whoa.
I think right there, Ralph, we're going to have a personal foul on Carson Blaylock there.
And that happened pretty fast in front of us, but my first impression of that, Ron, was probably a good no call. I mean, I don't think it was an intentional late hit. I think it was momentum. The referees are talking it over. Let's see what they come up with. I would wave the foul off myself, but we'll see. Doesn't look like it, maybe. Oh, we're going to have a holding call. All right.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Wait. Personal foul. Yeah, double call. Offsetting penalties? No.
Ralph, you made a good point, but the problem is when you look down as a referee and you see Garrett Hawkins with another defender standing over top of him and to the side where it looks like he's been pushed from the back, it's hard to not call that.
Right. All right, so we got a 3rd and 1 now. Sevier County trying to, as I said, put the last nail in the coffin here and put Pigeon Forge away. 3rd and 1, I would expect a run here, and that's what we're going to get. But, nice play,
nice.
And they stop him. So, excellent play there by who?
Hawkins.
Again, the linebacker, number 50, Hawkins. Excuse me, not Hawkins. The linebacker, number 50 for Pigeon Forge.
Oh. We've called Hawkins' name so many times it would roll out of my mouth.
Yeah, Jeremiah Frederick with a great play on Hawkins to stop him, at least trip him up enough in the backfield where his pursuit could get to him, and that brought up a 4th down. So great play by number 50, Jeremiah, the linebacker.
And initially on the spot, I thought he had the first, but he's about a half a yard short.
You're getting hunted.
All right, here we go.
Great play. Great call there.
That was a good call.
Coach Loveday. I mean, if you're Pigeon Forge and you've seen Garrett Hawkins come out here and just chew up ground all night long, you have to go with him.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah. No, I mean, if you're a linebacker, that's going to be your read. There's no question. So Sevier County's going to get a fresh set of downs. They'll set up shop at the 21-yard line of Pigeon Forge. We've got about 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. And they're just going to give it to Hawkins again. Good pursuit by the defense. And nice play by number 52 there for Pigeon Forge as he dragged him down after a gain of about 2.
Initially, I thought there was a horse collar out, but I guess he had him low enough on the jersey. You were going to get a call right there.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but anyway, they stopped him for a gain of 2. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 8 from the 19-yard line. Sevier County trying to, for all intents and purposes, ice this one away. Wildcat formation again. Mason Ellis in the backfield. He's just going to take it himself, and he's going to be stopped cold. Good pursuit again. Again, Jeremiah Frederick was in on that tackle. As well as Carson Blaylock. And an excellent play to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Loss of yardage on the play. Ron, again, you mentioned it. I'm impressed with the Pigeon Forge defense. These kids are not giving up. They're playing their hearts out. Oh, nice catch.
Oh, golly sakes.
That's going to be a first down. Great
Bryson
throw,
Hedrick
great catch by Bryson Hedrick. Sevier County's going to get a 1st and goal from about the 8.
And Ralph, when you look at Christian Hoffman there and just his footwork, you just see confidence growing in the young man.
No question. I mean, I can just tell you right now that you give this kid one off season and working some more, he's going to be one of the top quarterbacks in the Knoxville region next year, without a doubt. Got good size, good arm. All right, they're going to give it right back to. Oh, nice run. Nice hard run there by
Bryson Lane.
And that's going to be another big run to put the ball down to about the 2. And we're going to have a 2nd and goal from the 2 with the clock running 3:45 and counting, 3rd quarter.
And these Sevier County tailbacks may not be the biggest, Ralph, but they run hard.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Hawkins back in the game. Jude Costner back in the game. Bryson Lane at tailback, power I formation. And they're just going to go right to the power run. But again, a nice play.
Nice penetration.
Super penetration on that play. 25 and 50. Of course, we've called 50's name quite a bit. Jeremiah Frederick.
Caleb Wolf was also on that.
Caleb
Wolf
called his name
quite a bit.
Yes, we have. That was
two senior
tremendous.
leaders right there.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Tremendous penetration and read. A great read when they saw that power formation. So now you lose 3, and it puts you back at 3rd and goal from the 5.
Mason Ellis back in a quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, nice play. Nice
That's
run.
a touchdown.
Whoa.
There's a Sevier County Electric System touchdown.
Yeah. Boy, that was a great run.
We said it a minute ago. These Sevier County tailbacks are tough.
I'm telling you, that was a great run by Mason Ellis.
And you know, one of the things you preach to your tailbacks is love the contact. And I think he actually sought it out there.
Well, when you smell the goal, when you're close to the goal line, you got to do that. And they're going to go for 2, which you'd expect.
Ralph, we talked about taking the air out of the football, and here we are with a little over 2.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, almost finished.
Well, you know, again, for Pigeon Forge now, you can't be somebody that you're not. So they're not going to be able to throw it around the field. They might throw it a couple times, but you can't do what you're not set up to do. So it's going to be difficult. Oh. So that play goes awry. It looks like Mason Ellis lost the football. He was trying to hit his receiver in the corner of the end zone. It looked like Malachi Pate in the corner of the end zone. He lost the ball and was tackled on the recovery to end the 2-point try. So we got about 2:35 remaining. We're going to keep it right here for a little bit. Who?
Mills kickoff.
Get the kickoff for Sevier County. This will be the Old Mill kickoff here by Sevier County. Fall is the time for Old Mill. Remember that. Old Mill kickoff here by Sevier County. Looks like they're setting up Taylor Madison to kick off. He's the deep kicker. And they're going to kick it deep. And he does. It's going to kind of squib, but they're going to field it. They're going to hand it off to Little. He's going to take it back and cut back. Nice run. He's got a lane. And he breaks free of one. Going to take it out of bounds. Nice run. Nice hard run there. Tremendous run there by Aiden Little.
You know, he plays a lot of basketball, too. I believe he's on one of the bigger travel basketball teams in this area, and you can just see that ability to cut and move that comes with basketball.
Hey, Pigeon Forge has some quality football
Yes, they
players.
do.
I mean, you know, let's give them credit. They just don't have enough of them, and it's hard for them to throw the football, which you've got to do a little bit of. So 1st and 10 from the 35 for Pigeon Forge, and they're just going to go right back to Little.
Hawkins leading the charge.
Hawkins on the play. Nice tackle.
And we've said it once already tonight, Ralph. One of the things that I think, because they're so athletic, their linebacking core, when you run that sweep or student body left, right, which you and I used to call it back in the day,
right,
their linebackers are so disciplined between Hawkins and the Stephen Kane.
Right.
They stretch out plays.
Right.
To the point there's no room to go.
Well, that's why I've always felt like when you've got two good linebackers, I've always felt you got to run right at them. I mean, you know, you got to just try to block them straight on. It's going to go right back up the middle. He's going to pick up nice yardage to about the 45-yard line. That should be enough for a first down, and it is.
I believe that's Blake Hill on the carry. One of the few times we've called his name tonight, but you know, Pigeon Forge has several tailbacks that they can go to.
No, they do.
And with this wing too, you've got to have several.
Yeah. They'll go right back up the middle again. Hawkins there on the tackle, along with Kane. The two linebackers making the play. It's going to bring up a second down. Second down and about, we'll call it 7. Pigeon Forge at about midfield, their own 48-yard line.
Ralph, another score of interest tonight. Farragut is Science Hill are tied right now. That was a pass, a nice looking pass.
Yes, it was. Got to throw that ball a little quicker, though. He was open early on, but waiting to throw it didn't give Little any chance to turn the ball upfield. So we're going to have a third down now. Third down and about, we'll call it 3 from the 49 of Sevier County. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to get close to the first down. Looks like he made it, and I think he did. So Pigeon Forge picks up the first down. When they start the clock again, the clock should run out in the third quarter. So Pigeon Forge is going to go to the sideline. The clock is running. They will not get another playoff, and we will be at the end of the third quarter. So we got 3 in the books here at Pigeon Forge. At the end of 3, Sevier County 19, Pigeon Forge nothing. Let's take a break from the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market and Grill have been family owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System. We are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
All right, we're back. Start of the fourth quarter. First play for Pigeon Forge. Loss of yardage. And they're going to have about a second down, and we're going to call it 15. Loss of 5 on that play. I'm going to try to throw this one. And that's a good pass. Nice little completion out to, can't tell who that is from this far away, but, and he might be a little bit shaken up on the play. Look like maybe a knee. Anyway, he's going to pick up probably about, I'd say maybe about 3, not much.
I think that's Samuel Bracken's the ex-receiver for Pigeon Forge.
Actually, I take that back. It was a pretty good gain of about 7. It's going to bring up a third down and about 8, I'm going to say. But we do have an injury on the sideline there, so we have a stoppage of play here. I do want to thank our sponsor, Old Mill. Old Mill, fabulous fall at the Old Mill, and they have sponsored our kickoffs all night long here on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. So third down, about 8. Ball at the 41 of Sevier County. Clock has started again, 11 minutes remaining. And that's going to be intercepted. That's going to be a penalty.
Yep.
So we got the interception by Mason Ellis. That's the 4th turnover of the night for Pigeon Forge. And to add insult to injury, we have a personal foul late hit on Pigeon Forge after Ellis goes down. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to bring the ball out to the 45-yard line. And Sevier County now excellent field position, 19-point lead, and 10.5 minutes left in the game.
Ralph, I wouldn't be surprised here if you don't see a substitution here and there for Sevier County.
I would think so, yeah. I would think so. We'll stick to the ground game, which you'd expect. Nice run there by
number 3.
Malachi Pate. Again, big play by number 52 for Pigeon Forge. I want to say Connor Breeden on that play.
The defensive tackle there, Ralph, for Pigeon Forge Tigers is a little bit
cramping up, maybe?
Maybe cramping, yeah, grabbing the bottom of his foot.
Yeah.
But he's a trooper. He ain't coming out.
No. Right back up the middle. Pickup of about 4. Bryson Lane again on the carry. And we have number 52 now really hurting, so he's going to have to come out of the game.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up we're going to call it a third down, but it's going to be long yardage. Well, not that long. 3rd and about 5, let's say. 3rd and 5 from midfield. Power formation. Probably going to bring the wing. Wide open.
Good
there
pass.
It is. Nice play.
Well-designed play.
Yeah, that was a well-designed play. That's hard to stop that play, too. Good play, good throw by Hoffman, good catch by Ellis. First down for Sevier County. Clock continues to run. First and 10 from the 44-yard line of Pigeon Forge. So, Ron, for all intents and purposes, Sevier County will now go into next week 4-0. They play Knox West next week, correct? Yeah. That's going to be a very important game for them. I think tonight they showed that they can throw it as well as run it, and we're going to see exactly what they can do next week.
You know, Knox West is very athletic.
Very athletic.
Very fast.
Very, very disciplined.
But, you know, after tonight, you're going to have two teams that are ranked in the top 10.
Yes.
In 5A.
Yes.
So it should be a very good game.
You would expect it to be. That's exactly right. And really a very important game for Sevier County because they've grown each week. They already beat Knox Central.
Yep.
And this is a game that's going to be very important for them if they want to achieve their goals.
I think one thing that you've seen tonight, Ralph, that's going to have to continue for Sevier is balance between the run and pass.
No question. No question. You've got to be able to throw the football and run the football. So Hawkins on the carry there, stopped by number 7 for Pigeon Forge. We don't have a tremendous roster for Pigeon Forge. A lot of missing numbers. Some guys may be wearing different numbers than what's shown. But either way, it's going to be a 3rd down and 5 for actually more like a 3rd down and about 7 for Sevier County. 41-yard line of Pigeon Forge, 8 minutes and counting left in the ball game. And they're okay. They got
you know, Ralph, one thing that we've not seen tonight, and particularly, and you and I have talked about how well Christian Hoffman rolls out to his right. Needs a little bit of work on the left, but rolls out very. You would think with a mobile quarterback like he is that your tight ends would be a little bit more involved in what they are. I don't know that we've seen a pass to the tight end tonight.
We saw one on the goal line there. They tried.
That's right.
But that was
yes.
You know, that was it. But again, you know, you mentioned this early in the game. Pigeon Forge was coming out in a cover 2, and they were rotating to a cover 3. Well, that's really not very conducive to your tight end, especially releasing down the field. Mm-hmm. So it could have something to do with what they're seeing on defense. But, you know, let's face it, Ron, tight ends are underutilized throughout football, really, except maybe the NFL now. But your tight end can be a very effective weapon depending upon what kind of look the defense is giving you. A lot of Sevier County's passes tonight have been what? End zone, corner of the end zone, post, or, you know, sideline routes. Yep. I would like to see them utilize the middle of the field. But again, young quarterback, where's he going to be the most afraid to throw the football? Over the middle, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So, again, lots of things going on.
Your sidelines are your safer spots.
Right.
Good run.
And we've got a flag down. More than likely it's going to be a hold, and that's exactly what it is. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Sevier County.
Coach Loveday's being so smart here. Just run the clock out and prepare for next week.
Exactly. That's all you got to do.
7.5 minutes right now, Ralph, left in this game.
Right. Well, again, the key here is you got a 3rd down now. You're going to have to run it again, even though you got long yardage, and then just punt it away. But he's going to throw it.
He is.
And it's almost intercepted.
Ralph, I'm a little bit surprised by that flag.
Yeah, I am too.
I don't know that was a catchable ball. Well, regardless, Ralph, well, let me see here what the call is.
Looks like we got a, what do we have, pass interference, or what they call there?
You know, maybe you get him for a hold.
Could have.
Pass interference is tough right there.
4th quarter, Alcoa 14, Maryville 14.
Wow.
So that's going to go down to the wire. But anyway, you're right. Probably a hold down the field or a defensive hold. But anyway, it's going to be a 3rd down and about 7 for Pigeon Forge. The clock is not running at the moment. They're just going to give it to number 13. He's going to take it right up the middle, and he's not going to get the first down. But he's going to eat up some more clock. Third down and about 5. Clock is under 7 minutes now.
You know, facing 4th down right here, Ralph, initially I think you got to punt this ball, don't you? And try to pin them back. I guess. Yeah, but they're going to go for it.
Do you? You don't really need to pin them back here. I mean, you got a 19-0 lead. I think this is a good call. I would run it again whether you get the first down or not. But they're going to throw it. And they're going to. Oh, he was open. Anyway, that's 4th down, which means the ball is going to go over to Pigeon Forge with 6 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game. Pigeon Forge will take over at their own 39-yard line.
You know, overall, solid game tonight by Christian Hoffman. But if you were going to critique anything, Ralph, how many overthrows have we seen? Particularly on those fly routes.
Yeah, we have. And that's timing. I mean, that's all timing. And that'll come.
7-0, Daniel Boone 1.
We just got a score update from the Elizabeth and Daniel Boone game. Daniel Boone held on 7-0. That one touchdown that Daniel Boone scored was off an interception. Boy, what a tough way to lose, Ralph.
Yeah, it is. It is a
Your
tough
defense pitches a shutout for all parts, and you still lose the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a tough way.
But I do know one thing. If there's anybody in East Tennessee that can turn around the troops after an 0-3 start, it's Sean Witten.
Yeah, no question about that. Yeah, see, they can't throw the football. That's the problem.
No.
Let's go over some other scores real quickly. Austin East is leading Scott 16-0. Bearden, big winner over halftime, big score 56-14 over South Doyle. I mentioned Maryville and Alcoa are deadlocked at 14 in the 4th quarter. Gatlinburg-Pittman is up by 7 over Loudon at halftime. Quarterback, they're all over him here, and he is going to get sacked. Ray County leading Anderson County by 3, 3rd quarter.
Matthew Tinker, the freshman there, Ralph, on the sack. Big sack for the young man. Hadn't called his name tonight. And Sevier County's doing what I expected Sevier County to do, and you're seeing some more bodies in there.
Oh yeah, you got to get some new guys in the game.
Yeah.
Got to get some young guys in the game.
Good return by the freshman.
Yep. Bryson Hedrick on the return. Nice return.
Well, Ralph, here we are. Tick, 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 tick.
Yep.
Did you see, I know you were just peeking it at the scoreboard trying to get some results. Did you see anything from the Greenville game, Ralph, at all?
I did. Let me look that up, or let me find that for you real quick. Greenville 14, Morristown West 14, 4th quarter.
Okay. A little surprised by that tonight.
Very
Ralph.
much so. Very much so.
That's your number 1 4A school in Tennessee.
Yeah, there's no question about that. That's a little bit surprising to me. So Sevier County is going to take over at midfield. We're going to have a stoppage to play here. Sevier County will be hosting West next week, as we talked about. That will be a huge football game right there. Pigeon Forge next week will be at Alcoa. So, I don't think there's much we can say about that. If you can't score against Sevier County, I don't think you're going to score against Alcoa. But anyway, that's why they play the games. But that will be their next game next week at Alcoa. West with a big win over Fulton, 47-12. Northview Academy, big win over Claiborne, 42-21. Well, that's at halftime. Alcoa Maryville still deadlocked 14-14.
Boy, going from Sevier County to Alcoa, Ralph, that's like kicking away a bobcat, only turn around and see there's a grizzly bear standing next to you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, you can think of a lot of you can think of a lot of analogies for that one, right? But anyway, first down, 5:41 left. I'm surprised you're still giving the ball to Garrett Hawkins here, but you know, I mean, we got a penalty there. It's probably going to be a hold. But you know, Ron, I'm going to make a comment here. I don't know. Sevier County's got a lot of players on the sidelines.
Yes.
You know, people have always asked me, why is Maryville so good year in and year out? Maryville would have had subs in this game in the third quarter. I mean, you really got to play some young guys, because what happens is next year when those guys are starters, they've never tasted Friday night when it matters, right? So that's what makes good teams good year in and year out, is your young guys have gotten to play some when you have a big lead. And that's what I would expect to see here, but we're really not seeing much of that tonight.
And you know, Ralph, I guess maybe from Coach Loveday's point of view, is he's had an offense that has struggled at times.
And he wants to get them some consistency.
Yes, I see that. But, you know, you've got some kids in there right now, Ralph. I'm particularly thinking about Garrett Hawkins.
You got to get him out of the game.
You got to get him out of the game.
I mean, the last thing you want to do is have him, you know, with a freak injury here, or at least get him out of the game on defense, one way or the other. All right, so then we're going to have a second down, a loss of yardage. Second down at about 12, I guess not a loss of yardage, a pickup of yardage, but the penalty set them back. Second and 12, clock running, 4:36 and counting remaining. Hoffman's going to throw. He's got a receiver open, and he's going to catch it. Bryson Hedrick on the play. Nice pass. First down for Sevier County.
We're going to have to keep our eyes on that freshman. He's going to be a good one.
Yes, he is.
Ralph, one thing I can appreciate he did right there, besides the body control, is he did exactly what you tell receivers to do, and that is go up, high point the ball, and bring it into your body.
Well, you got to do that. That's something you've got to do when you're a receiver. Catch the ball at its highest point. So we're under 4 minutes now. Sevier County with the 1st and 10. The Claiborne Campground 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Power formation. They're going to give it right back to Bryson Lane. He's going to pick up a few yards.
Spend about 3.5 minutes here, Ralph, as the clock continues to.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over. We're just waiting for the clock to run out. Got to be thinking of our player of the game and our play of the game.
Yeah. There's a couple here that we could choose from, but I think as far as player of the game, you and I are probably on the same page here.
Yeah, I think we are. I think you got to. I mean, you know, there's lots of guys you could give it to, but I think we can go ahead and say Garrett Hawkins has had the kind of game. You know, interception, lots of tackles, blocking there, beautiful block, runs. I mean,
big chunks of runs.
Yeah, he's been exceptional. That was Bryson Lane on the carry again. He's going to pick up a few yards, and it's going to make it a 3rd down and about 8, we'll say. Clock running, 2:45 remaining.
You know, Ralph, too, between Otto Van Rensburg and Taylor McGaha and, you know, just a slew of other offensive linemen. Boy, I get Garrett Hawkins, but this offensive line tonight has been dominant.
They have been. I mean, they've really played well tonight. No question about that. And they rarely get any credit, but they're the guys that make things go. There's another little pass. Nice catch. Great throw, great catch by Mason Ellis.
You know, and you and I talked about this just a minute ago. I really think right here, Ralph, even though I'm going back and forth thinking, should we be passing right now? I really believe for Coach Loveday, this is just a case of him giving his offense some more time to work on some things, work on their timing.
Right.
And, you know, the logic of it, whether or not, I don't know.
No, I mean, every coach does what he thinks is best for his team, no question about it. But I still think that you risk injury, first of all.
You do.
And you got to give some young guys a chance to play. Anyway, 1st and goal from the 5. They're just going to give it right to Bryson Lane. He's going to take it to the 5. He's going to be stuffed. He's going to be stopped right there. Jeremiah Frederick in on the play. It's going to be a 2nd down. The clock is running. We're down to 1:27.
77, Josh Haynes, the junior there, lost his helmet, so he'll have to come off for a play. That helmet rolled about 15 yards, Ralph, before it came to a stop. So there was some body contact going on down there.
Yeah, there definitely was. And what do we have here?
3rd down and 3 with about 58 seconds ticking off the clock.
All right, so they're just going to run it all the way down.
Yep.
Maybe even take a delay of game penalty, it looks like, or maybe call a timeout. Yeah, okay. So they're going to call a timeout on a 3rd down. Let's set it up for you here. We got a, 2nd down still, I believe. 2nd down and 3. 48 seconds left.
You know, Ralph, I had the chance to see Knox West last year against Crockett, and simply put, they just wore them out. Their speed was too much. I don't know that they've lost a lot of seniors this year. I think they're bringing their core back, but Knox West has always been like that. They just have great athletes. They have a lot of speed on the edge, and it's going to be a tall order to contain the speed on the corners. Your defensive line next week for Sevier is going to have to step up. They're going to have to create some space for your linebackers to make their plays. Now, they're capable of that, but pretty tall order, Ralph. Well, it's a very good Knox West team.
We did the West Marable game last year on your high school sports game of the week, and they gave Marable all they wanted. I mean, Marable was in control of the game, but still, they were a power to be dealt with.
And, you know, Ralph, they have a lot of swagger, too, and a lot of confidence in what they do.
They did. Is he in? I think he's going to be just a little short, maybe. Yeah.
I remember last year during that Knox West game, Ralph, they've got a WWE championship belt that they tout on the sidelines that has their logo on it. Now, you've got to have some personality and some character if you're going to start carrying around props wherever you go.
You got that right.
But it'll be a game to watch next week for sure.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I think they're going to let the clock run out.
Yep.
And that's a good move by Sevier County. No need to score any more points. And this game is going to be a final. So, from Pigeon Forge, our final score tonight, Sevier County 19, Pigeon Forge nothing. We'll be back after a short break to wrap it up on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.
Clabough's Campground and Cabins and Clabough's Market & Grill have been family-owned and operated since 1978. Clabough's Campground is spacious, with 320 sites including vacation homes and cabins. Great location for family reunions and large groups with entertainment on the weekends. Make reservations at Clabough's Campgrounds and Cabins, located on 405 Wears Valley Road, Pigeon Forge.
At Sevier County Electric System, we know that when the power goes out, it's important to you to have power restored as quickly as possible. That's why we've introduced the Power Action Line. As soon as you call the Power Action Line from a phone associated with your electric service, we know immediately that your power is out. The Power Action Line lets us answer up to 1,200 calls per hour, so we can make sure and identify all outages, even after major storms. We track those outages through our integrated mapping system, which provides our operations center a better understanding of where the affected areas are located and predicts probable starting points that helps our crews begin looking for the problem. Our whole goal is to get your power back on as soon as possible. We'll even call you back to make sure your service has been restored. At Sevier County Electric System, we want to take care of our customers, and that's what we do every day. Sevier County Electric System, we are the power behind our community. Just call 865-774-6300.
We're back at Pigeon Forge High School, your high school sports game of the week, where our final score tonight, Sevier County 19, Pigeon Forge nothing. And Ron, I think we've said all we really can say through the broadcast, but I think to sum this game up, Pigeon Forge really could not do anything. Sevier County kind of got their balance going. They were able to run it as well as throw it, and I think that bodes well for them now going into that big showdown next week with Knox West.
You know, Ralph, this was just dominant. You know, if you look at the end of both first halves, there's 2 touchdowns they could have scored, and all of a sudden, instead of a 19-0 game, you're looking at a 30-something to nothing game. And, this was a game, just simply put, that you and I talked post game about Garrett Hawkins, our player of the game.
Right.
But that offensive line for Sevier County, Montoya, Caleb, just they were dominant tonight.
Yeah, they
created space. They sealed the ends when Mason Ellis and Garrett Hawkins needed space. So even though we're going with Garrett Hawkins as player of the game, but boy, as an old lineman with bad knees, you got to give a little bit of love to that offensive line.
Oh yeah, no, listen. I mean, any coach will tell you, any good solid running back will tell you that the offensive line is what makes it go.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, you've got to have a good offensive line if you're running the football, if you're going to run the football, and Sevier County does. I look at this Sevier County team right now, and I see a team that's obviously 4-0, but I see a team that's getting confident week after week. You know what I mean? And if they can go into this West game and somehow come out with a victory, I think you're going to see a team that could steamroll their way to maybe a 10-0 season and maybe obviously a first seed in the playoffs. So we'll see how all that plays out. Next week, we're going to be at Sevier County for that big ball game between Sevier County and West. As you mentioned, probably 2 teams are going to be ranked in the top 10 in Class 5A. So it'll be a really, really good football game next week for domination in Region 2, Class 5A. So, Ron, that was a good one for us tonight. Next week is obviously a big one for us. So, for Ron Marvel, I'm Ralph Miranda. We want to thank everybody for joining us on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. We want to thank all our sponsors once again, the Old Mill. We want to thank Sevier County Electric.
Pizza Inn.
We want to thank Pizza Inn.
I'll be going, yes.
Go ahead,
right.
Tell us about that.
Next week I'll be going up to Carter County to cover Hampton, the #1 team in 2A, as they take on Happy Valley. So we'll sort of have double coverage going on next week.
So you're going to leave me alone next week, is that right? I mean, you're going to just.
No, I think Brandon's going to be here next week.
Yeah, but Brandon's not you. I want you with me. But anyway, Brandon, no offense, we'd love to have you with us next week. But yeah, Pizza Inn, big sponsor for us, especially with Elizabethton football. So Ron's going to be watching some of that ball game and giving us some reports on that. We do want to thank, as I said, Sevier County Electric, Pizza Inn, Buddy's Barbecue, Clabough's Campground. We want to thank Riverstone Resort. We want to thank all of our sponsors, and Buddy's Barbecue, of course, for the food that they provide us each and every game. We couldn't do what we do without our fine sponsors, and I know you all know that as well. So for Ron, I'm Ralph. We want to thank everybody involved in the broadcast. We'll see you next week on the Your High School Sports Game of the Week.